Hey guys, what's up? It's Connor Mitchell from DragonRiderNetwork, and today I'm here doing a video slightly different than what I typically do. Today I am doing a video review on a movie that had recently come out, which I guess is geeky enough to qualify for this type of video. It is the Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace 3D version, and because that movie was in 3D, I decided that this review right now will be brought to you in 3D. No, not really. No, not really, but I just wanted to reach out at the camera. So in this video review, I'm not going to give my thoughts in the movie in general because it came out back in the 90s and I loved it back then too. But I'm really going to give more of my thoughts on like the experience of seeing it in theaters and the experience of seeing it in 3D. So seeing Star Wars Episode 1 in theaters was incredibly cool. I actually was old enough to go see Episode 2 and 3 when they had first come out into theaters back in the early 2000s. But number 1 was just a little bit early for me since I was only about 3 years old at the time. Seeing it on the big screen really does make a difference when you watch scenes like the lightsaber battles and the pod races and all that. It really does add so much more than watching it on like a small little iPod screen or your TV. I know, like, for some people, if they have, like, really big TVs, then it may not be as much of a difference, but it's still pretty cool. Plus, you get to meet all the fans who come out for a Star Wars movie, and obviously, they are the coolest people ever. So anyway, what did I think about the 3D portion of it? Well, to be quite honest, at some parts, it was really good when you're either really close up to the person and they can really make it look like there's depth and that it's coming out. But if you're from a very far distance, like a lot of the battle scenes and a lot of the views of just a whole lot of people, you really lost that 3D effect. And I honestly thought they could do a little bit better. I can tell though that once they get to like Episode 2 and 3, which were the newer ones, I can tell they're going to probably have a little bit of an easier job doing it since all of it was in CGI. And I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, but it's just a little bit of something funny I noticed. The Yoda that they actually used in Episode 1 for this version was actually no longer a puppet like it was in the first one, but it was in fact the new CGI version. Which to me was a little bit interesting and also kind of a little bit disappointing in a way, I guess. I'm not sure how they got him in there, even though they had the puppet in there originally. In fact, I'm not really sure if the one I'm thinking is a puppet at all. But you know what? Honestly though, it just seemed kind of different, that's all. And I was sort of like a little bit upset that they couldn't just keep it like the way it was, but you know what? I guess the whole 3D thing was a complete contradiction to that. So overall, should you take like the $10 it is to buy a ticket for a movie theater and go out and see one of these? Honestly, if you're a Star Wars fan and you love hanging out with other Star Wars people and you want to see this in a new kind of way that you haven't before, then yes, it's actually quite worth it to go and see it. I really loved it. As you saw in the beginning of this video, I actually had my poster that I got from the movie that they were giving out to all the people in line, and it's just really cool. So that was really my overall thoughts of it, and I can't say for certain whether I'm going to see the rest of them in 3D, but I definitely wanted to see number 1 when it came out, and it was really worth it. So anyway guys, thanks for watching my video review of Star Wars Episode 1. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, check me out on Facebook, check me out on Google+, and be sure to check out the website DragonRiderNetwork.com. Also, since today is Valentine's Day, for all of you guys watching this video, there's always next year. So anyway guys, I will see you at the next video. Talk to you then.